guys, Ramblin Bob here again. I want to show you a product that I fell in love with also for traveling, guys. It is very, very low power. Let me explain what I got here first. This is a Lenovo laptop. These are awesome, top of the line for mobile. I think these are the best mobile laptops that I found for, like, look at this, guys. It's 2.5 pounds. See how it disappears? It's almost like a tablet, but it's not a tablet. That is a real Windows 7. You can have Windows 10 on there. I don't like Windows 10. That's a full-fledged Windows 7, as you can see. Full operating system, so you can do everything that you can do on a big computer except mobile. This one has an i5 chip. They have, actually, I'm sorry, this has an i7 chip. 4 cores. So as you can see here, there's 4 cores, and then I'm using it on the Bluetti AC2A power station, and there's a reason for that, guys. I want you to see this. Do you see the watts it's using? 12 watts only, and don't forget, it is charging. It's finalizing. It's 97%, and it's still charging the last little bit, so that'll drop down to about 6 to 8 watts. I mean, it is crazy low on power, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about this guy. So I bought this a while ago. Let's make some room here, guys, because my workbench is very small. Put that back there. Hopefully you can still, I'll put this over here, guys, so you can still see it. You should be able to still see that. Yeah, okay, good. And then the laptop, I'll move over this way. And then this is actually a portable monitor. You see how thin that is? This also is about 2.5 pounds or so. I think it's like 2 pounds, 2.25 pounds, something like that. Very light, but I bought this a while ago. And basically what you do is you open it like that, and see it has the screen with all the fingerprints on it and everything. I have to clean it. And then it has these grooves in the bottom. And you can set it like this next to your laptop. And then what you do is you plug in this bad boy. Now watch this, this is really cool. Now this cable is not very long to go on the right side, so it's more on the left side. I like my extended screen on the right, so you got to kind of mush the laptop close or run it behind there. Like if you run it inside here, you can run it through the back of it. Let me run it real quick, guys. Give me a second here. Okay, and then you run that through the back there, and it gives you just enough, at least for this laptop. Other laptops might vary. See, we're at 26 now because, see, and then 13. It's trying to finalize the last bit. See, 98%. So that's going to drop down. But this is what happens when you just notice I didn't plug in any power cables. I didn't plug in any power cables, guys. None. All I did is I plugged in the USB Thunderbolt, and look at that. There's I think that at County Stadium, I think that's in Milwaukee. So there you go, guys. You have 2 legit monitors now off one. So let me change the wallpaper on this one so you can see that they're the same thing. It's just got to update the wallpaper. See, it's full-fledged Windows 7, or like I said, you could have Windows you could have Windows 10 as well, and then some of the newest ones have Windows 11 on them. They can get pretty pricey. We buy them used at a local place here that buys, like, you know, people that take them off leases and then they sell them to those wholesale places. So lucky we had one of those. See, now notice that this, if I open something here, like I'll open Ramblin Bob Reviews, and then I can drag this. Watch what happens. You see that? It's a continuation of the screen. How cool is that, right? So you can make this big. You can also make this brighter. This also has audio in it, or you can have the audio from your laptop. Laptop usually has better audio than these little things. But remember, this is a mobile thing. So imagine like putting all this stuff up on, I don't know if an airplane has a big enough table, but you know, like if you're traveling in a bus or something and they had a table, or if you were just camping or something like that, look at the power you have, and then look at the power I'm using. That's important. Watch this, guys. Remember, I'm still charging. Do you see the wattage? 19 watts, 18. Whoop-de-ding-dong, right? That's nothing, guys. So this little power station can run, let's see, does it have a timer on it? No, it doesn't have a timer. Let's see here. That can run for it's at 44%. It can run for 3.5 hours. So that's with the screen and everything. So now what I can do is I can bring up, this is the video I just put up today. So I can let that go. Now notice it's playing through the laptop. I don't know if you can tell, but it's playing through the laptop. So I'll let that play in the background. And then this one, I can put on this screen, and I can pick another video. So if you want to watch 2 things at once, I don't know if you're good enough to do that, but you can play a video game on one possibly, you know, solitaire, something like that. Not too heavy, depending on the laptop you have. If you have a very powerful laptop, you can play a game on there and then browse the internet at the same time and watch a channel like this one or something else, or who knows what, you know, the news, whatever you want to watch. So here, I'll pick this one over here, and now watch that both of them are running at the exact same time, and I'll make them full screen. Just double click right there. Now look at that, guys. How awesome is that? That is fantastic. And like I said, you can make this brighter. Inside here, you have all these little options, right? So you got to click that, and then see, notice you have brightness. So if you click brightness, let's see, let's go here, and then let's see, I got to click there, and then see it turned red, and now look how bright it gets. So you can put it up or down as far as you want. Obviously, the more brightness you use, the more power you use, but that's okay because remember, this is all LED. So, and then you back it out of there. So you get your options and everything to change that. But look at it, now I'm watching 2 full-fledged movies, if you will, because mine really aren't reviews, they're like movies. And look at the power I'm using. Look at that. 27 watts. But don't forget, these are full 720. These are actually 1080p screens, but these are 720. I filmed these in 720 to save space. But 720 full screen, 720 full screen. And I can also do 1080 without a problem. So, and you can watch see the wattage? It's at 40 now. And then notice how it drops down to 26. So obviously when you use more processor, that kicks up. So let's see, let's put this, we're gonna put the screen at 720, that's the highest. And then we're gonna put the screen at 720. That's the highest I film in, 720. And then notice 26, 28 watts, so I'll make them full screen again. Okay. And there you go, so you have 2, and now you're at 36 watts. 36 watts, that'll last, remember, that'll last about 7 hours on that. So you could easily get through a night camping, right? 7 to 10 hours, depending on the, that's a very small power station too. That's only like, what, 200? I think it's 208 watt hours. Yeah, 205 watt hours. That's nothing compared to, you know, what we have now. We got 15,000 watt hour power stations, but that's good for mobile. Okay, so now the reason I did this is I wanted to show you the product that I bought. This was $65. It's called a Fit One. They make a ton of them on Amazon. All the Chinese companies make a ton of them. So notice that I took out the one cable, and you just fold it back up basically and put it away. And that's really cool. So if you need it, and remember, it's still charging, guys. It wasn't done charging. So this normally goes down to about, I want to say, about 6 to 10 watts. See, it says 99 and still charging, so it's almost done. And then that is on 15 watts over there, if you can see that. So this was the first item that I bought, I think almost last year, and it was 65 bucks. Awesome, awesome. But now I found out that the price on the other ones are coming down. And what I mean about the other ones is these ones. Check this out. Holy huge, right? This is an 18.5-inch screen, and this is a 15.5-inch screen. See the difference? That's awesome for if you want to watch a movie and have more than one viewer, because sometimes the screen is too small to see it. So on this channel here, on this, I'm going to open this bad boy. I just got it. This is called the IPRODA, and it's a PD182KPN. Now that really, oh, it's a way over here, guys. Sorry, way over here. See that model number? This I'll link this one in the description if you want to check it out. I'm going to check it out live and see if it's worth it. If it does exactly what the other one does, only bigger and faster. This also has a 120 hertz refresh screen. That's better if you choose to watch fast-moving video games or movies that have you know, action scenes in them. The screen refreshes faster, so you don't get all that blurriness. Okay, we're down to 16 watts, and by the time that's fully charged, that should drop down, and then this will be ready to go. So let me see if I can make some more room. Actually, guys, hold on a second. I'm gonna change the view of this camera so it's more wide. Okay, so I gotta pause it and change the view. I'll be right back. Okay, now we're talking. So now it's widescreen, so you can see a little bit more. It'll be a little bit bubbly vision, but that's okay because we're going to check the product, not the quality of the picture here. And you know, as far as like a bubble vision or not, you know, if you buy this, you're not going to get bubble vision. This costed me $107, and I ordered it as soon as I found it because most of the times these big ones are like 200 bucks. So let's see, we need a trusty dusty stabber here. Let's open this. Okay, I think that's open. I think I got it open, guys. I don't know. Well, this one's packed very well here. Okay, we gotta Wow, they packed this one very good. Holy crapzilla. Okay, let's try to go maybe this way. Ugh. Well, it's going to be an unboxing video, 10 hours long, of trying to get a package open. There we go. Okay, I got one open. And then, all right, so you got to like poke down inside. Okay, there we go. I think we got it open. All right, now it's back up here. And then hopefully this will be on camera here. And then you got to lift. I think you lift this up. It opens kind of like an iPad. Doesn't it look like an iPad? It looks like a huge iPad. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys, I had it upside down. Holy crapzilla. Look at that. That was the bottom. So there you go. That's what it looks like. It's the IPRODA, but 18.5 inches. So that's definitely bigger than, let me put this up a little bit. That's definitely bigger than the one that I had last year. And like I said, if it works as good as the other one, oh man, I'm in Dream Street there. That's awesome. Okay, so here's the screen. Okay, and then these are all the cables that come to it. So let's look at the cables first. Let's put this over here, and we'll see what comes in. It looks like a little salad bar. Look at this, like a little salad bar full of stuff here. So, instruction manual, extremely easy to use, guys. This is a HDMI to HDMI mini cable, so that way you don't have to use the Thunderbolt. If you have a standard whatever, you can put HDMI. This is the Thunderbolt cable. This is what makes the magic happen. It takes the energy from the laptop and puts it into the little screen, so you don't have to plug it in extra. Now, if you don't have Thunderbolt and you don't want to use HDMI, but you still want to use this, if you can still get the video through the USB-C, it comes with this little adapter, and the other one did too. So this little adapter, let me toss this box over here. Very nice box, very nice, very organized. This is a little adapter, so basically, now you don't have to use this one. You can literally use a USB plug that goes in a wall. But let me see the power here. This says, oh boy, I can't read that. Give me a second, guys. Holy cowzilla. That is tiny. Okay, so that is at 5 volts at 400 or 4,000 milliamps. So that's 5 volts at 4 amps. I believe that's what it says. Yep, that sure does. Okay, so that's the little brick you can use if you want to use like this combo, or if you, like I said, you don't have a Thunderbolt, but you have a USB-C, and you can get the video out the USB-C, you can use this combo. I'm just going to use this because that's the reason I bought this. I want portability, guys. I want to be able to sit in a cabin or a tent or in the RV or the van and have access to, this is almost done, have access to more screen space, this is called real estate. That's what they call it on a screen. It's real estate, basically places to put your apps. And the more real estate you have, obviously the better off you are as far as multiple things that you do at once. Multitasking, they call it. Okay, now this is the screen. Now notice that this one just comes without a protector, though. That's a big thing, guys. If you need a protector, you can keep this little bag, or what works really, really good is if you have a neoprene. A neoprene is like this. So I have bigger laptops that I don't use anymore, and this, you could slide it right in there, I bet you that would fit. And neoprene is very, very good for travel. And let's see, it might need a bigger one, but nope, this might be perfect. Holy crap, look at this, guys. It was made in heaven. Here it is. And then there you go. So you can close this thing, see this? And then have it protected in this little neoprene bag. So even though it was made for a laptop, you can, reuse these things. Now see, it's all the way in there. And you can put your cables in the back side. Don't put it in the front side. You scratch up the screen. But you can put these little cables in the back side of this little pouch if you need to. This one I think I bought at Best Buy like many years ago. This one, neoprene. Well, you can get it for like 10 bucks on Amazon. But now this one is different. Wow, is that big? Holy crapzilla. Remember, this one has the protective thing that goes for the stand and everything. See that? So you can have 2 different levels. Now, if you take this thing off, which you can, see I took that off, now you're left with just the screen. So just the screen, if you put it next to this, look at the real estate size, guys. Look at that. So you got, it doesn't seem like a lot, but boy, when you watch a movie or something like that, that's a lot of difference, a lot of difference. So you have probably maybe an inch or so more screen here and up to about 3 inches wide. So that's going to be awesome. But now what this one has that one didn't have is, because it was so big they didn't put a pouch with it. Look at how it's a matte finish too. It's not that glossy stuff. See that? It has a little stand that you pull out in any angle you want, so you can set it on the angle you need it. Look at that. Is that perfect or what? So that way you can go up or down, and then it has all of the or you could go, look at this, all the way up See that here? And then you can mount it like little screws in the wall and hang it on the wall like that or something like that. So this is why I bought it. It's because it was bigger and it had a little bit more options as far as what I needed for extending this laptop screen to, you know, make it a little bit bigger. So this is IPRODA. Now you have the same thing. You got little rubber feet, and then this side normally you would have them out here on this one. Remember, these are two different companies, but you see how they have the options different. So this one has the mini HDMI right there, and the two USBs, one for power and one for video. If you need it, you can also hook up a cell phone to this. That is awesome, guys, to actually put a phone and use this thing called Android Dex. It usually comes on new, like I think it's S9s and forward, and you can just plug in a phone, and this stupid thing goes right on the screen. It's so cool. It's so cool. Okay, I just found that out. I'm not a phone person, but my wife is, so she turned me on to that. Okay, so notice that this one has the same, you have mini HDMI, or HDMI mini they call it, and then two USB-Cs, which are the Thunderbolts or the standard USB-Cs. The Thunderbolt gets you the video, I believe. And then on the other side, what this one did not have is, if you go on this side, okay, you have basically, oh, it did have it, I'm sorry. So there's a headphone jack on the bottom, then a menu, and then a back button. This one, I forgot that had a menu on, or a headphone on it. This one has the back button, the menu wheel and button, and then the headphone adapter. That's 1/8 of an inch for a headphone. 1/4 inch is pro audio, and 1/8 of an inch is home audio. And then see how it has these little, oh, I thought those were screws. They almost look like screws. We could put that into a plate and mount it on the wall. But I would hang it just like that. Right, just two screws, you can hang it right on the wall. And if you did it on an angle and you had to, you know, just two screws safely, it would aim down, so you could put it kind of higher up and it would aim down at you. But all right, let's give it a test here. See, now this is down to 11 watts, so it's finally getting 100% here. So 10 watts, it's dropping. My timing was pretty good, so let's see here. Plug this in. Okay, that went right in, easy cheesy lemon squeezy. And then we're gonna put the leg out. Okay, and then we're going to take, I should have took the other cable, because when the cable comes new, it's very coily, and sometimes when you put a lot of pressure on a port, it's not so good for the port. Now remember, see how it doesn't quite fit, so you got to run the cable. See, it's made to go on the other side, guys, over there, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to run it right across the laptop thingy for now. I'm trying to find longer cables, but I can't find longer cables right now. Now notice this went to 15 to 17, but look at that. Do you see how fast that was? That's crazy how fast that was. And you know, you could do two. You could do two at the same time. If you have two Thunderbolts out, look at, we're at 22 watts, 23. And remember, it's still charging, still finalizing. So you're talking about under probably 20 watts or less to be able to run. And I have the screens mirrored, so what I'll do is I'll extend them, and then you can have number 1 and number 2. So give it a second here. It's got to do what it does. Okay, so now you have the two different videos playing, see? But this cable you want to have longer, guys. You really do. But because this is, oh, that's a gorgeous, gorgeous picture, and it's bigger. You know, the words are a little bit easier to read. I don't know if you can read that on the internet there, but much better for your eyeballs. And then you have those buttons. Now the buttons on this one are very easy to access. They're right here, right? They're right in your face. But the ones over there, let me close this real quick here, guys. Okay, now the ones on this one, remember, are way in the back, so you have to reach all the way back here just to get to those options. And they should have, see, the same. So you have brightness, you have aspect, black level, contrast, eco mode, DCR, I don't know what that means, sharpness. So there's a lot of things in there, and then you could just go like this up and down. There's aspect ratio, color temp, so you can put it, you know, however you like it or where you're comfortable to. And then here you got on-screen positioning. Let's see, OSD timer, transparency. That's for this menu thing. And you have auto power down, so that's a new feature. That's cool. That way, if you're not using it, it actually turns off. That's a plus. The other one did not turn off. But okay, so we're gonna put the brightness up on about. Well, dang, that looks good right there. Okay, so there you go. We're done. And oop, I hit the button again. Yeah, it's a little tough to get to those buttons. Now notice that's your input. So there's, hopefully you could see that, guys. I apologize. Boy, I got a very small workbench here. Can you see the corner? Okay, so if you watch that corner, guys, there's a button back here, and if you hit that, that's your input. I gotta find it again, though. This one. Okay, so see, there's type 2 USB-C, USB-C, and then HDMI. That's the mini one. Hopefully you can see that. It's right here. If you can't, I'll try to get that on video. So when you hit the button, they come up right here, and you can switch it lickety split like that. I mean, it's really cool. So now this is the neat thing. We're using 25 watts. We're running two TVs, right? We're using a laptop and the other one. So what I'll do is I'll show you how powerful this idea was and why I wanted to do it. If you're into like video editing, or you know, if you just do a lot of stuff at once, some people can multitask endless, right? They can do 100 different things at the same time, and you're lucky that way in their brain. But here, you plug this in here. Okay, and now remember, I don't have the stand anymore because I took it off. So let me put the stand back on here, guys. Here, I took it off to show you the ports and everything. That is a gorgeous little screen. Very, very simple, very cheap. 107 bucks is nothing compared to if you need that like for portability. Holy crapzilla. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this up here. We're going to put it way over here, right? And we're going to try this. I hope this all works, guys. Like I said, I have a very small little work area here, and I'm trying to do the best I can here, but I do have cables that are literally running into each other now. So I got to readjust some stuff. So we'll put that way back here. We'll put this up here. I think you can see that. And now watch what happens when I put this second one. Hopefully you can see that screen. Hopefully it's far enough over, guys. It is very tough to film all this stuff. Okay, so I have two USB Thunderbolts on the side of this little tiny laptop. So if you put this, oh, and then here's this thing. We're going to put this back up. Boy, we're making a mess, Rambling Bob, but it sure is fun to do. I call this Bluetti spaghetti when you got cables running everywhere. So now this is going to go into the second, okay? So I'm going to take out the charger. This is the charger, remember, for the laptop. And I'm going to put this into the second outlet here. If I can get it in there. You got to... My workbench is so tiny. Oh my gosh. I hope Santa brings me a bigger workbench. Okay, so watch what happens in a minute. Now notice all three of them turned off, right? But look at that. Are you kidding me? Now we have... Oh, here's a... I gotta put this back on. Now, I must have hit a button. So now notice that we literally have three screens off this little laptop, and we're using, let's see, I don't see, oh yeah, that's right, I took off the power, okay? So now what happens is, these have multiple USB-Cs for a reason. So what you do is you plug this into the other USB-C. Now it looks like a lot of cables, but believe me, what you could do with this, it's crazy. So this thing will actually charge through this TV and then into here, and then that will charge that one. So that will power, or these two, there's no batteries in there. These will actually power and charge this one. Look at this, 28, 29 watts, and we have three TVs, a 15.5 inch, right? I don't know what, I think these are like 13 inches, and then this is 18.5. So that's the big boy on the block today. So let me move this over here, guys, so we can see this better. And now watch what I can do. I'm going to grab this one, okay? That's the E3600. And I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to put it over here. Oh, over, where is it? You got to find the screens. That's the tough part here. Hold on. Hold on, I got to, oh, I lost the screen here. Okay, so, see, okay, so it's 1, 2, and if you keep going, it goes way over there. See that? Now you can set up the screens however you want. Let me get the angle of that better, because that light is right in that darn thing. Okay, there. Now, how crazy is that mental, guys? That's so mental. Now, here I'm watching, watch this. Okay, I gotta go back. You gotta remember where the screens are. So there you go, you have 3 full-size, oh, this darn thing fell again. Give me a second, guys. All right, I didn't know I was gonna be doing 3 of them. All right, I should have known. I push everything to the limits here on this channel. I should have known. Okay, so we're gonna try to get, now obviously you can, you know, work the wires out. That's obviously your biggest headache is the wires, the Bluetti spaghetti. But now we have one, let me come up here a little bit. Bam. Okay, so we have literally this little tiny laptop, right? And it's running that, oops, I paused that one. So we're running screen number 1, screen number 2, and screen number 3 for less than 40 watts, guys. 40 watts. And remember, that's 3 720p videos that are playing at the same time. 1080p would probably use a little bit more, maybe extra, maybe a couple watts. But now let's make this small, and then we can use this. This is our main screen. So we're going to put this over here. And then what we're going to do is, I got to remember how to do the screen resolution. Okay, so when you go into here, notice that there's 3 screens hooked. 1, 2, 3. So this is this one, this is this one, the 18, and that is that one. And notice that 1080p on the first screen, screen number 3, which is, oh, that's actually the IPRODA, okay? That one is 1080p, and I think that's as high as you can go. Yep, 1080p. And then screen 2 is 1080p as well. That's as high as you can go. So that's way over there. So it lines them up weird, but if you watch me drag this, you see how it goes from this one to this one, and then it goes back over to that one. So if you did have longer cables, you would be able to extend this into one long, crazy, super like video game type thing. Or you could watch video, play a solitaire game, and go on eBay or Amazon or something and shop all at the same time. That's cool for, like, look at 35 watts. Remember, it's starting to drop down because it should be almost charged now. Let's see. So 99% still charging. Oh, it says not charging. Okay, so that means it's fully charged. So then I have a meter here. It's a 12.09 volts at 99%. And then this laptop is running all of that. How cool is that? Cool? So let's try this, guys. Let's do this and drop this down. You got to remember where, you know, it goes 1, 2, 3, but on there it's actually 1, 3, 2, which is weird. It's weird. But let's go to screen number 2. You do get used to it after a while, you know, of moving the mouse around. We're going to go to eBay on this one, okay? And then we're going to go to, let's see, we're going to go to Amazon on this one. And that way we can, so here's your, let's see, Google always wants to track everything you do here. Okay, let's go to eBay, and then on this one, we're going to go to Amazon. Now, notice that we're on eBay here. See this? And then we're on Amazon on this one, and we're still watching the video in the middle one. So if there's a button somewhere in here, let me find it real quick. It's like identify or something like that, and it shows here, this one. Now watch what happens to all 3 screens. See those huge numbers? 1, 2, 3. Isn't that cool? So you can change the resolution, but that proves that all 3 of these are hooked to the same thing. 1, 2, and 3. Even though in here it's 1, 1, 2, 3, and this is actually 1, 2, 3 as far as the landscaping mode. And sometimes they'll go different depending on which one you hook in first, of course. But that is that's money in the bank. Look at, we're down to 26, 30, oh, 26, 28. So depending on what you're doing, if it's video or whatever. So let's put this one full screen. I'm watching the Ramblin Bob Reviews over there, and then I'm on eBay shopping for something for the wifey here. So let's put oh, I don't know, here, a bike. We'll look up a bike just to show that we're live on eBay here, and we'll look up a bicycle. So here we're looking up, there's a kid's bike. Here's a big old, look at that, big old Canyon electric bike, big fancies. I think that's electric. 7,000 bucks. Holy crap, Zilla, I better be electric. Okay, and then you can go over here to the third one. Hopefully you guys can see this, like I said. And then we'll type in bike on that one. And look what you can do. Guys, if you were like a day trader or something like that, and you watch stocks and stuff like that, or you want the news and eBay and whatever, or if you want to watch your channel like I do, and then you want to do something else, like answer the question for people, that one's better. That's 169 to 189. That's 7,000 bucks. So ixnay on that one. That's probably a big fancy thing. That's obviously a super bike compared to that one. But looks the same to me other than the batteries. But obviously it's got its difference, probably titanium and all that fancy stuff. But look what you can do. Obviously you have to reroute the cables. It's got the Bluetti spaghetti. That's our joke for when you hook up an AC 500 and you have a million cables hanging off it. It looks like spaghetti. But look at this, guys. 28 watts. You want to talk about a camping dream or traveler's dream? This is probably as good as I found. Now the other thing that I want to do is, because getting a little spoiled here, I would like to give this one to either the wife or a friend, and then I'll buy another one of these so I can have 2 18.5-inch screens on this little boy. Look at the work that you could get done as far as here. Let me do this here. As far as the real estate space that you have. I'm going to do the same videos so you can see the actual size difference. I apologize for the cables, guys. Like I said, you got to reroute them a little bit here. You see the size difference? So that little 3-inch difference, well, this is actually a 13-inch screen, but that's a huge difference as far as, and I believe this is set to, let's see, is it set to 100%? Yep, 100% screen. And notice that they all go together in unison, right? Except that one doesn't, so that's weird. It could be just the software. But these go up and down, see that together? So we'll set it to exactly 100%. And notice that you have this much more, like this picture is almost the size of this whole screen now. That is so cool. And then remember, you can hop over here and then jump over here to Amazon Basics or wherever you're doing over here. And then, like, how cool is that, guys? That is the cat's meow right there. I didn't know that they made screens like this until about last year when I was turned on to this one. And like I said, I really enjoy a lot. I really like that one. But I noticed that this bigger screen, better for movies, better for my eyeballs. You know, you don't squint. See how small that screen is? Sometimes you'll squint a little bit. This is great for watching movies, but sometimes when you're doing things on the internet and you're trying to read the words, like see how small it is? It's a Ramblin Bob Reviews 4 weeks ago. And now this one, see this? Ramblin Bob Reviews 8 months ago. So it's much easier because the words are a little bit bigger. And then plus, remember, you can change the resolution or you can make the words bigger if you want without using up the real estate, just by holding that control and then shifting like this. So I'll go to 120%. See how big it got? See how big it got? Much better for your eyeballs. And that way you're not squinting all the time. My wife is always yelling at me for squinting because obviously it makes bad eyeballs long term. But boy, this is the cat's meow. The only one thing I don't like about it right now, there's two things that I don't like. However, I was able to fix one of them. And one of them we talked about already, which is some kind of case to put it in. If you put it in something like this neoprene case, I think that would be fine, but that would be like an extra $10 to buy something like that. And then what I don't like is the cover, and that is kind of part of the case, right? So it's like a 2-for-1. That's a stand and a case. However, this one has that nice stand back here. Like I said, that you could either fold it up and use it that way, right? Well, the cable's in the way, obviously, now. I almost mushed the cable. And then you have, it goes all the way up like this, and you can hang it like that off the wall. All you need is two nails or 2 screws coming off the wall, and you can literally just hang it on the wall. It doesn't weigh nothing. This has to be 2 pounds or something. It's so little. And then you have a button right here, which is the back button, and then there's your mouse, if you will. It's a mouse wheel, I call it. But let me put this back down. And then you can put that, remember, you can put that any angle you want, but man, is that better for your eyeballs. Holy crapzilla. See, this screen is nice. This is a 32-inch Sony, I think it's, a VIZEO, I don't know how to say it, Vizio. It's nice, but it uses about 32 watts, right? This probably uses, oh man, I don't even know. You know, I have a way to check it. Hold on 1 second, please, guys. I want to get a meter to check to actually see how much just the screen uses. I just got to move some stuff around here because I got millions of things everywhere. All right, I got to find my USB testers here. I forgot I had those. Okay. These guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. These guys. So these guys really come in handy. I should have put this on that video that I did with the essentials for solar power. This comes in handy too when you're testing USB, either A's or like this one. This is A's, micros, and C's. So this is everything. So now we're going to test this. And what we're going to do is, oh, you know, I didn't even have to do all that. I have a Bluetti sitting right there. Holy crapzilla, guys. All right, so we're going to disconnect all this mush here. So got all this going on here. And then we're going to see what this one, I don't think they sell that one anymore. We're going to see how much power that one used. We're going to take this out. Or actually, let's do this way so we don't get confused here. Let's put this one. Boy, I love making these videos, guys. I hope you enjoy them. Okay, this, I could talk about technology every day until I'm green in the face. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so we're going to plug back in the laptop. Remember, it doesn't use much power at all. And then we're going to take this bad boy, and I forgot. I don't know how I forgot this, guys. But remember that these, and then I'll close this here. Remember, these Bluetti things have USB on them, and they have a meter, so I didn't need this. So I kind of looked for it for no reason, but I forgot. You know, with all this technology, boy, you can get forgetful really quick because it's so much. Guys, it's overload. What a great time to be alive. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to see this one first. Okay, let me pull this out of here. Yeah. And we're going to turn off the AC, and we're going to put the DC on the AC2A. Now notice, look, we didn't use much power at all. So, and we also have this. I'll leave this here. So we're going to plug this bad boy in here, and this will be it'll give a test signal and use as much power as it needs, and then it'll obviously show how much power it's using. So I'll put that against the other screen, and see, now it turned on. Now look at this, guys. We're using about, I want to say it's 7 to 8 watts for a TV. That's, you know how long it would run? Look at this, 9 hours on a third, which means this little TV, if you have it hooked to your cell phone or something like that, can run for approximately, oh my gosh, a whole day, 24 hours. That's insane. Okay, so that's the small one, remember. 7 to 8 watts on the small one. So now we're going to hook it into the big one. And we're going to see, this is what I was worried about too, because if I got it and it used up too much power, I didn't, you know, I like, that's what you're trying to avoid is, you know, just because you can make a lot of solar doesn't mean you should use a lot of solar. So the key is to try to not use as much as you make, and then you have extra. So that's the whole key. It's a two-part thing to solar, not just how much power you can make. It's how much you can save, you know, for when you need it. Okay, so I'm going to plug this one into there too. It should go on the test screen. I believe it, don't quote me on that, but I believe it will. There it goes. Okay, because remember, this is brand new to me, so I don't know. I just opened the box. So the wonderful thing is it uses the same. And for 15, oh, look at that, auto power off. Oh, I like this one better. This one didn't have that. Okay, so when you don't have a signal going in there, it auto turns off, and look at that, it saved your Bluetti. So now we're down to 0 watts out on both sides, right? That's cool. So if you turn, here, let's turn on the AC again, so that way the whole system won't turn off. Okay, and then we'll turn off the DC, and we're going to turn on that again and spike the TV, and then leave it on. And then, actually, I can leave it on all the time. Actually, I can't, because it would charge from the laptop. I just thought of that. So let's do this, and we'll see. I thought it was 13 or 14 watts. Let's see. It's got to take a second to turn on, I believe. There it goes. And then watch over here. See, 13 watts. 13 watts. See, power saving. And you could turn that off. There's options in these things to turn that off. I'll bet you. So let's see. If I could hit the button, it'll probably turn back on, and we can monkey with the options in here and see. Let's see. What do you turn on here? There's buttons all back here. Let's see, memory. Okay, so it unless you have a signal going in there, you're not allowed to mess with the options. So now that we know what the screen uses, 13 watts for an 18.5-inch screen, yes please, I'll do that. That would run off this little box all day, like literally for like 24 hours, and then you cut that in half because your laptop, 12 hours, that would get you through a night of camping with a little box like that. You couldn't do that years ago. We'd have to hook up a car battery, run an extension cord from the neighbor's house or some random person's house, or run a generator. So now I'm going to go back to, let's see, I'm going to go back to this one, and I'm going to power it off the laptop here. And remember, that is going to act like a laptop. See that? Even though the laptop is closed, this acts like the laptop screen. So that's really cool. Let me plug in this charger here for my GoPro, because that's how we film everything here. And I don't know where the battery is, and I don't want it to stop as we're yapping. Okay, so there's your screen now. And now I can go through the options here. Now remember, the options on this one, look at how it's big and pretty, and it's matte. It doesn't have that shiny glare. I really dislike shiny glares, because then you could see stuff in the background if you're outside. You know, you'd see like tree lines and stuff, and it's hard to watch a movie like that. It's very tough. So we're going to go here, and I'm going to try to reach under here and get to these buttons. Where are they? Yeah, see, this part I'm not a fan of. That was the other thing I said I didn't quite like. I'll try to get to them, guys. Boy, they're tough to get to. Let me see. I got to go all the way back. Hold on a second here. Okay, so I found the bottom button, as you can see, and then we're going to see again what our options were. Okay, so that one. Okay, so the mouse button, the scroller mouse button, is actually the one. Let me turn off my phone here. I use this as a tablet. It's not a real phone. But I had it. Okay, so you hit that mouse button. It's like a scroller mouse, and then we have brightness, black level, contrast, eco mode. So there you can turn it off if you want, and then you can have your DC. I don't know what DCR is, guys. Oop, see, it doesn't last very long. Okay, hold on. And then you click the button like, oh boy, I'm sorry, guys. So you click the button like that, and then you go in. See that? Yeah, the buttons back there, it does make it tough. And then see that you can go up and down right there. So if you did like brightness, I don't know, like what, 20? 20 seems good to me. And then you hit the same button again, or the backup button like that. And then you go down, you have your aspect ratio, which obviously we know what that is. And then you have your color temp, and then every level depending on how you like it to your eyeballs. And then we have your language, OSD, so you can change this and put it out of the way. That's nice if you want to move it, right? So say you want to move this, it's on 50 here. So see how you move it, and you can move it like old grid pattern style. So that's cool. I like that, because then it's not stuck in the darn middle of the screen. You know, if you have something important going on there, you can put it up here, or you can make it transparency where you actually, oh, and then here's the timer. So at 10 seconds, this will go off. But your transparency here, watch. So if I go like this, watch how it starts. See, it fades into the background, so that way you can see through it. But I never like that. I don't know. It's weird with my eyeballs, but I leave it on 100% so I can see it better. And then let's see, we have, let's go here. And now this is your language, of course. So English, that's for me. And then I'll back out of there here. You have, let's see if I can name them here. So you got Habla Español, Portuguese, Turkey, Polaski, that's Polish. I have no idea. Italiano, oh, I lost it. Oh boy, I lost it, guys. Let me get back to, yeah, you only get 10 seconds. You gotta go. Language, okay. Parlez-vous français? Sprechen Sie Deutsch? I believe that's either Cantonese, or those are the ones I get confused on. Oh boy, you only get 10 seconds, guys. That's either Cantonese or Chinese. I can't remember. But there's a handful. And then there's Japanese and Chinese, or these three are either Cantonese, Japanese, or Chinese. I'm not sure. Possibly Korean. But I'm really bad at those ones. But let's see here. What else do we have? Color temp. And then, see, there's your auto turn off. See, auto power down, you can either put it to 10 seconds, or 20, or 30, or 50. And that way, if you're no signal, you know, it would wait a little while. So let's put that to, let's do 30-second. You know, I don't know if that's minutes or seconds. We better leave that off just for now, because that might be minutes. I don't know. And then there's HDR, it's high def resolution. That's a tough one to say 10 times. And then on your bottom one, you have your, let's see. Oh, there, I just reset everything, guys. So there you go. So that's how tough it is to get to these buttons. So that's one thing I don't like. But once you got it set up, then it stays. Let's see here. I want to get to the bottom right there. Okay, so that's the bottom one. So that's your signal source, your mute if you want it on or off, your volume of the actual machine. So I'll put this all the way down, because I always bring the power sound either out of my cell phone, tablet, or laptop. And then FreeSync. I don't know what FreeSync is. Guys, I have to look that up. I don't know what that is. But I'll leave that off for now. And then that's pretty much it, guys. Like, how easy is that, though, right? How simple is that? And then you go back. But there you go. That's the IPRODA 19 by 20 inch resolution. So 1920p. I'm sorry, 1080p they call it. And gorgeous. I mean, there's no dead pixels. Very, very... very doable. Look at, we have all the screens open that I had on the other one. Look at this. And then I can spread these around and put them in quads. This is a pretty good software too. It's a free software that puts in quads or whatever you want. So that way, if you you know, go quick, you know, you could go like this and switch this, and then you have access to something over here. See, very quick, right? Very responsive. But I like that. This is like a free software I found on the internet, and I think it's called like Grid. Let me see if I can get the name of it here, guys. This one. Oh, Grid Move. 1.19.62 by, I'm not even gonna It's JGPAIVA. Thank you very much. I love this software. This is great. It's free on his website, and you could donate here if you want to. I'm not associated with them at all. I just happen to show you that because I showed you the screen, and it, it happens. Like, watch how fast, guys. You see how quick you could switch stuff around if you want to, and then if you open a new one, you pull it down like that and pop it there. Look at how that is so awesome, and you could have many different grids too. I know this is not for this software, but I just wanted to show you this, guys, because this is really cool. So these are all your templates. You got 2-part, which would be split, right? And you got 3-part. Reverse. I don't even know what that does. Let's see. Holy crap, Zilla. So there you go. So you got one big one, and you could have 2 small ones, right? Isn't that cool? That's so cool. And then you see, you put this over here. So you have 2 little tiny ones and then a big one. So you're watching something over here, and you could bring this down, and you keep an eyeball on that one, and you could keep an eyeball on this one, and then this one you could go to eBay or something like that. Or what's the third one here? Amazon. Let's do Amazon. Isn't that cool? Like, it's so quick. This guy should be making a ton of money off this stuff. This is a really good software. It only works on Windows 7, I believe. I think Windows 10 has it. And then here's 3-part. I don't know what that does. We have to see. Yeah, oh, reverse. Okay, so it just reverses them. Let's see here. And then I use 4. Let's see. Bam. Oh, so I use 4 like that. So then, isn't that cool? But doing that, we're testing the screen as well. So it actually very well served a purpose. So here, if you open up YouTube again, you pull this down. You got to pull that out of there, and then you can set it wherever you want. Set it and forget it. You remember that TV show guy, the Billy Mays or whatever his name was? But how neat is that, guys? How neat is that? All right, well, I guess I'll leave it at that. I don't really have anything more to add other than this is a really good product, too. I like this one. I used it many, many times. I do like that it comes with the little stand in the screen. But being that I have a neoprene little pouch for this, I don't need that anymore, but it was very nice to have that. I think it's, matter of fact, I think I did it wrong. Let me do this way. Okay, yeah, see, I even put it back wrong. I always put it back wrong, guys. You never know how to put it back. I wish I had an arrow. But this one, guys, look at the size difference. Holy crap, Zilla. Look at this. Look at the size difference. I can't say that enough. $100, $107. And they're normally, look at how much more real estate you get. Normally, they're about $200 on Amazon. I've been watching them for a while, and I finally pulled the trigger on one because I thought, you know what? Man, you only live once in life, and if you got a couple bucks, you might as well try to enjoy life with it, because you're going to save it and be Uncle Scrooge in a big building throwing coins up in the air. I have friends like that, and I think they're missing out on life. Try to get out there, enjoy yourself, buy stuff that makes you happy and smile in life. Obviously, do it responsibly, but man, this is going to make me happy, because now I can watch Ramblin Bob Reviews, answer you guys' question, watch another YouTube channel, learn some stuff, and shop on Amazon or eBay or wherever I go. Man, this is a cool product, guys. I'll leave the links in the description. If you want to check them out, feel free. Other than that, guys, ramble on, be safe, and I'll see you guys next time here at Ramblin Bob Reviews. Great product. Bye, guys.